What's up, all you legends? Welcome to our Radical Red walkthrough. In today's video, we're gonna challenge our final gym leader, Claire. She is the dragon type gym leader, and she's just started off with Aerodactyl. Crazy Pokemon for her to start with. I have my Iron Thorns out, which has some rock attacks, which is good against flying types. So we do knock out her Aerodactyl without any damage done. That's an awesome start for us. In the last video, we explored Cinnabar Island. We battled May. We battled the gym leader Blaine. And Claire's next Pokemon is Roaring Moon, another Paradox Pokemon, probably one of the coolest cards. If you're into the Pokemon TCG, Roaring Moon is the main chase card in the Paradox Rift set. There's a beautiful card of Roaring Moon. He actually looks a bit different in this game, but you can definitely see it's him. And we got Mike Shining Gyarados out. So we got Dragon versus Dragon. Quite a battle. Claire is a very tough gym leader. I did lose to her a couple of times already before this video, and we knocked out her Roaring Moon, and she sent out one of my favorite Pokemon ever, Dragonite, but we did one-shot it and we almost knocked it out. We did freeze it and it died from damage from freeze. So we are on a roll. We've knocked out 3 Pokemon of Claire's. I've still got a lot of mine intact. The next one she sent is Duraludon, which is a pretty unique Pokemon. I call it the building Pokemon, and it has Mega Evolved. It is very strong, even though it's a bit weird looking. It looks like a high-rise building, but it knocked out my Gyarados. So next up, I'm going to send out another Dragon type, my Haxorus. A lot of Dragon type moves are effective against other Dragon type moves. Luckily, Haxorus had a Focus Sash, so I didn't get one shot knocked out. I got 1 health left. I did use Dig, which got about half of Duraludon's health out the way. But Haxorus does get knocked out, which is okay. I've still got 3 Pokemon left, so we still got the upper hand. We got Iron Thorn still, Ceruledge, and Melmetal. Melmetal's probably one of my stronger Pokemon at the moment. We're going to see if we can do Earthquake. It should be quite effective against Duraludon. And it is. We knocked it out. Iron Thorns isn't looking too good itself, but I have given it leftovers to slowly heal. Next up, they sent Magearna, which is like a metal Pokemon, I think. Maybe Metal Psychic. Magearna. We do another Earthquake. Half of its health is gone, but we get knocked out. Ceruledge will definitely be very effective against a Steel type. So if we can get 1 attack in before Magearna, we should knock it out. And we do. Luckily, Ceruledge's speed is quite fast. Magearna's out the way. They're down to their final Pokemon. We've got 2 left. And it is the legendary Naganadel, which is pretty strong. Luckily, I've got a Psycho attack, which is quite effective. A Psychic attack, and we almost knocked it out in 1 shot. But it knocks out my Ceruledge, which is very unfortunate. Can we withstand 1 shot and knock out Naganadel with Melmetal? We've got an Ice attack, which is super effective. Ooh, and Melmetal just hangs in there. He's got a lot of health, luckily. And we knock it out. We just get the win against Claire. We get a bunch of money. We've got our 8th gym badge, and we get Dragon Pulse TM. And we get a Duraludon, which lets us Mega Evolve Duraludon. So I can't believe we got 8 gym badges finally. That's quite an achievement. I'm very happy with that. Quickly save, and we can make our way to Victory Road, which is really cool. And we do unlock now roaming legendary Pokemon. So that's what this aid tells us. If we open our maps, you'll be able to see a lot of new legendary and some old Pokemon roaming around the maps. They're constantly moving around. There are some really cool ones. I'll show you now in open maps. And there we go. We got all the new legendaries. Chinpao. We got Latios. We got all the new ones from Gen 9, which is really cool. And they show you where they are on the map. They don't give you the exact location, but you can kind of work out where they are. And you got to quickly use your Pokerada to go there and try search for them in the wild. If you search in the right area, they might pop up. But when you fly there, they might already have moved to another location. So it's quite tricky to get ahead of them. You've got to act very fast. And you don't know if they're going to come up or not. You might search the right area, but they might not show. And when you do encounter them, they flee very, very fast. So it's super difficult to catch them. You either have to use a quick ball or attack them or try to get them to sleep or something. But that's really cool that we can catch more legendaries now. Now we've got our rival Rev to battle. This first Pokemon is Staraptor. We're going to make our way to Victory Road after this. Hopefully we have unlocked everything we need to make it to Victory Road. He does swap out to Azumarill, which would be strong against Ceruledge because he's a water type and I'm a fire type, so I definitely need to swap out or he's going to one-shot me. I'll send out Dragapult, which should take water attacks a bit better, and my Dragapult is super, super fast, so he's more than likely going to go first, and electric attacks are super effective against water, so we got one of his down. And he sent out a Sneasler, which is equally as fast. We're going to try Draco Meteor and see if we can do some damage. Okay, we nearly knocked it out. And it swapped with Iron Moth. So I believe this is also like a fire and bug type, if I'm not mistaken. We're going to try Scold. Does a tiny bit of damage, but we get knocked out. So I think maybe a fire type might be effective if it is bug type. I'm not exactly sure what type it is, but we're going to go with Screamtail because Screamtail's my defense boy. He can withstand a lot of damage. It's very hard to one-shot him. And we knock out Iron Moth in one shot. Next is King Gambit. This is a new Pokemon, a new final evolution. It knocked out my Screamtail, but we still got 4 Pokemon left, so we slightly have the upper hand still. I think we're 2 for 2. We're going to try Earthquake, and hopefully it does a lot of damage. Okay, it knocks off my leftovers, which isn't ideal, but we're still alive. And we knocked out King Gambit, so we're another one down. If we can knock out Sneasler and finish him, at least we'll be quite a bit ahead. Let's see if Ceruledge... Yes, Ceruledge is a ghost type, so a lot of physical attacks don't affect him. And Sneasler's running away. He doesn't want to fight a fire type. Let's see who he sends out. Oh, the Big Daddy Blastoise. Okay, luckily my Ceruledge doesn't only have fire attacks, he's also got dark and psychic attacks, so the dark attack seems to be very effective. And Blastoise is a bit slow, so we got our 2 shots in and knocked him out. We got Staraptor, which was their first Pokemon. He's back in the game. And we did half of its life gone in one shot, and he swapped. And every time he hits me with a physical attack, my speed just gets faster and faster, which is a big plus, because Ceruledge has super high attack and speed. So he should do a lot of damage with each attack, hopefully half the health or more. And we burnt Staraptor, we made some KFC chicken out of him, and we knocked out our rival, so that's excellent news. He's off to the Elite Four as well. We'll see who wins and beats them. So here's the entrance, and all of these guards will ask you for your badges. If you don't have one of them, they won't let you through. So he's asked for a Thunder badge. We've given it. So now the next one will ask for a fourth badge, the Rainbow badge. We have to travel a little bit through all these security stops. But we do have 8 gym badges. It took us a long time, a lot of battles, a lot of re-battles, but we made it. When we do finish the main game, and if we beat... Oh, we just came across a legendary Pokemon, as you can see. It must have been in this area in the map, and we just stumbled across it. Tried to use a quick ball, but it fled. So it could pop up out of nowhere. If you do knock it out, you won't be able to come across that Pokemon again, so just be careful not to knock them out. You can attack them, but don't kill them. And here we've got a Snorlax out. So I've got a Snorlax. We can Mega Evolve it now, which is really cool. Might be useful if you want Snorlax in your team against the Elite Four. And here's the Victory Road gates. Here's Nurse Joy to heal us. There's some crazy Pokemon inside. You can catch some of the strongest Pokemon in there. But someone stops us. We've got another little battle to do, it seems. Here is Brendan. And he's got Deoxys, which is a legendary Pokemon. It's super cool and strong. I don't actually know where you catch Deoxys in the game, or if you can, but that's an awesome Pokemon to have. A Mega Evolved Charizard, and we're gonna see if we can do some damage. I think Brendan's got some of the strongest Pokemon in the game as well. I'm very excited to see what Pokemon are in the Victory Road cave. I'm gonna try to catch at least 5 or 6 Pokemon in there. You never know which you might need in the Elite Four. Okay, and we got a Fire type, which is gonna be very effective against Grass type if we can survive. But we don't, we get knocked out. But luckily I have Ceruledge, which is also a Fire type. If Ceruledge can attack first, we might be able to knock it out. Oof, it hits me with Earthquake, which is not ideal, but we do survive and our speed boosts up. Can we knock it out in one hit? We do, and we heal a lot of our health. This is why Ceruledge is so effective. I love the attack that heals us, and I love that his ability allows him to get faster every time he gets hit. It's definitely saved me in a few battles for when his speed boosts and he can attack first. Okay, I'm going to send out Screamtail, which is my defensive Pokemon. His defense and special defense is through the roof. His attacks aren't that high, but Trick Room is such an awesome attack. I love using Trick Room. It can really turn the whole battle around. Trick Room swaps basically reverses the speeds of Pokemon. So if a Pokemon is super fast and you use Trick Room, it'll be super slow. So normally your opponents, their Pokemon attack first because their speed is super high. But when you use Trick Room, a lot of your Pokemon that are slower will attack first, which can really change the whole dynamic of the battle. So I'm definitely keeping Trick Room in my Pokemon in his arsenal. Because a lot of the time they just attack first and one-shot you all the time and you don't even get an attack in. So at least Trick Room lets you attack first And if you plan it well, if all your Pokemon have quite slow speed and you use Trick Room, all of them should attack first, which is perfect. So you can really boost up your Pokemon's EVs. Don't boost up speed at all. Put up their attack, put up their defense, and use Trick Room and you'll still go first. So it's a major plus. It doesn't last all that long. Sometimes it only lasts 3 or 4 rounds, so you do have to make your moves very quickly after using it. Swap in the Pokemon you need with high attacks that will attack first. But it's definitely helped me beat a few challenges later on in the game. You need to come up with some kind of cool strategy, like Trick Room. I also saw a cool Pokemon I actually fought against. There was a guy with a Breloom, and I think its ability was healing itself when it gets poisoned or something, which is pretty unique. I have to look into it. But then he gave that Breloom a poison orb, so it poisons himself, and that boosts his attack. So he's basically boosting his own Pokemon, which can heal itself with its ability. So that would be an awesome strategy. I'd like to look into it more. It was a very strong Pokemon to battle. Okay, I didn't record through Victory Road because it's quite a long process, but it's fairly straightforward. You've got to move the rocks onto the buttons. It's not too complicated. And now we are battling the creator of Radical Red 4.0, the dumbass creator. And this is just a funny battle. You don't have to stress about it. He blows up his Pokemon and takes out your first Pokemon, and then the rest of his Pokemon just knock themselves out. So it's pretty funny. The rest of his Pokemon are all Dunsparce. So you don't even have to attack them. Sorry, not Dunsparce, Shedinja. So the rest of his Pokemon are all Shedinjas, and they all killed themselves. You don't even have to attack. You don't have to worry about anything. You won. You beat him instantly. So I think it's pretty funny that the creator made this battle like this for himself. I really enjoy it. You'd think that the creator would be super impossible, but it's just like trolling us. So it's pretty cool. But yes, in the cave, you just got to move the rocks onto the buttons and it will unlock new doors for you. I can make a video showing it, but I'm sure you can work it out on yourself. I want to try to keep the videos a tiny bit shorter now. And before, some of the videos were going up to 40, 50 minutes, and that's just a bit too long. So I want to try to keep the videos under 20 minutes. I'm probably only going to make 4 or 5 more. In the next video, we're going to battle the Elite Four, which is going to be epic. And then I'll make maybe 3 or 4 videos in the after game, because there is a lot to do in the after game.